This is a familiar sight around the city. Construction crews hard at work on North Rampart Street, laying down tracks for more of the streetcar line expansion by the Regional Transit Authority.
You'll see that the Regional Transit Authority is actually offering more streetcar trips today than they were pre-Katrina.
But a newly released report by the public transportation advocacy group Ride New Orleans shows that 10 years after Hurricane Katrina, service between streetcars and buses have become uneven. The group's executive director, Rachel Heiligman, says the scale is leaning more towards streetcars, taking up 45% of the number of total trips made daily.
But on the bus side of the equation, we have just 35% of the number of bus trips being made. So we're down more than 65% for bus riders.
The report shows streetcar service and bus service in more prominent areas of the city, like the CBD and parts of the Uptown neighborhood along St. Charles Avenue in the Carrollton area, have wait times of about 17 minutes on average during peak transportation hours. But let's say you're here in Eastern New Orleans waiting on the bus during those same peak times. Or if you're waiting here in the lower Ninth Ward during those peak times, the report says your wait for the bus could be almost 38 minutes.
So it's more than double the amount of time, that a streetcar is coming. And so certainly those neighborhoods across the city, whether it's New Orleans East, the West Bank, up in Gentilly, that don't benefit from streetcar access, have much more difficult transit commutes to make.
She says there are federal grants that can be obtained to continue capital improvements like the installation of more streetcar lines and shelters. But the report makes the point that the scale can be balanced if depreciating operating cost funds could be used more effectively. Operating costs were $143 million back in 2004, and as recent as 2013, that amount has fallen to $88 million. That reduction in money, which funds bus drivers, maintenance, insurance, and gas, make it difficult to maintain a high frequency of bus service.
On the operating side, we need to make sure that we're really using that money efficiently and that we are containing the cost, because it does cost a lot of money to run transit service here in New Orleans as compared to other cities.
At the time of this report, calls made to the RTA for comment were not returned. But Heigelman hopes the report can lead to a conversation about improving the streetcar versus bus balance with many of the stakeholders involved.
Not just the riders themselves, but the businesses whose workforces depend on transit, the community nonprofits that are helping to champion improvements to neighborhoods across the city. Give us the opportunity to come and help you think through these issues.